What's up, YouTube? I just watched Andrew Kirby's video course on the dopamine detox, and I felt so compelled to make this video response. So I think this could help anybody who's looking to do a digital detox or dopamine detox or subscribers of Andrew Kirby. First off, I want to talk about this guy. I think he's a brilliant marketer. I really do. He knows his shit. He knows science. You can tell he studies the brain. He has done a lot of personal development courses. So watching his videos, it's very clear to me that this is somebody who eats his own dog food. That's the saying. Somebody who does his own shit, he believes his own Kool-Aid, he practices what he preaches. So I have all more reason to actually take his advice seriously and listen to what he's saying. So in terms of being like an industry expert, I think he checks all the boxes. I think he knows his shit, and I'm gonna continue watching. Now, he talks about how jump cuts are annoying, the dopamine rushes that we feel and are impacted now more than ever, which is totally true. We have social media platforms competing for our attention. These social media platforms hire Vegas casino workers, people who study data science, who study the dopamine rush, that you get that feeling, that sensation you do by pushing on a slot machine, pushing the lever, seeing the colors flash, understanding the animations, the sound effects. All these things that happen in a casino are simulated in the apps that we use, whether it's TikTok, whether it's Google, whether it's Facebook. All these products recreate these different feelings. And guess what? Anybody can do it, any age. You don't have to be 18 or 21 like in a casino, which makes it even more scary. So he's absolutely right. People are on edge. People need to do a detox and all that. Andrew, if you're watching this, I respect your hustle. I think you know what's up. So I'm gonna keep watching. Now let's talk about what aggravated me about Andrew. This is a guy who in the first 5 minutes prides himself on not being another guru, not being another personal development guy, how he has this master framework that he's gonna share with his audience. He knows all the answers. He has studied the brain, he has studied science, he has studied metaphysics, and he's combining his knowledge and he's creating a lot of information. He's somebody who looks humble and no fluff. But guess what, Andrew? You made me watch 40 minutes of crap and fluff to get to the tactical shit. So basically, you have contradicted yourself within the first 5 minutes because you put me in the funnel when you promised me there would be no funnel, but you funneled my ass. You put me in the funnel. You made me click through a bunch of hoops, bit.ly links that you were tracking, funneled me to your Reddit. You got me retargeting, remarketing. You're doing what all marketers do, which that's okay. But here's the thing. I've worked with a lot of personal development people. I've worked with Tony Robbins and his team for many years. I understand that space. I've been to those conferences. I've heard all the marketers. And I'm telling you right now, you are selling just another brand of recycled Kool-Aid. But it sounds damn good in that accent, so I may actually try it. But here's the thing. I ain't gonna even funnel anybody, and for less than an hour and a half of my time, and for the hour and a half of my time that I'll never get back, I'm gonna give y'all some of the things that I do to do the dopamine detox. Because here's the thing, he's prescribing a radical solution. And what happens when you do radical solutions? You can't stay consistent. You break the rules. He talks about it in minute 2. You get high off it for 2 days. And then you break and collapse. And then you gotta go back to the guru, which is pretty much what he wants. So rather than doing that, let's give some value right away. No funnels required, no credit cards required. Just follow me on social media. How about that? Rule number 1, step 1, start slowly, incrementally work your way towards something. So what do I use? I use Freedom app. I recently implemented on desktop. I haven't done an iPhone yet. I choose creative time. It's on my calendar, 12 to 1 every single day. During that time, I go on airplane mode. I put Freedom app on the desktop and I am literally unplugged, disconnected. Now, you can do whatever you want. You could microdose, you could read, you could write, you could even use computers, but just don't be connected to the internet. Freedom app blocks all my websites and services. So I actually do writing and creative writing in Microsoft Word, not Google Docs, and it gives me that reset time. For the remainder of the hour, I'm generally doing 15 or 20 minutes of meditation. I also do a short meditation in the morning. That's a very good reset. Now, what I'm working towards is something similar to what Andrew has described or prescribed, but it took an hour and a half. I do believe that 24-hour detox is important. Now, I don't know about all the porn and all the crazy shit that he's saying, but here's what I'm working towards that I've recently implemented, and I'm gonna slowly make it a little bit more aggressive each week as I get used to it. It's just like a drug or getting off a drug. You gotta do it slowly, and you gotta wean off, because what happens when you've been taking drugs for a long time, those dopamine drugs on the digital, once you get off them too quickly, everything kind of goes all, what gets rewired, your neurotransmitters get all f***ed up. So it's gotta be a slow, incremental process and not something so extreme just because a bunch of dudes on Reddit told you that. Now, for me, it was rather simple. I'm a Jewish American guy, and our people, since the beginning of time, have had to take off for the Sabbath. We shut down Friday night, we light a candle or candles, we make a prayer, and we don't come back online until Saturday night. Now, this means no cooking, no driving, no using electricity, not using lights, obviously not using your cell phone, and a number of other things. Now, I'm not such a religious person, but I think there's some beautiful things that this holiday or day off represents, and I've recently been inspired to want to implement these things. One, because it's in my genetic DNA to take a break. For whatever reason, in Egypt, in the pyramids, my people had decided to take a day off. So I'm gonna listen and respect that and try to follow and do the same. Number two, we need it. The reason why you're ADD or ADHD is because you are not taking a day off. You're not taking any time to reset. So if you want to reset, you take that day off. I am in full agreement. It can be Saturday or Sunday, but it's got to be a day off. Now, here's the thing though. I'm a single guy. I live by myself. Why do I want to put myself in the prison that Andrew describes? What did I do wrong? Why am I being punished because I've used technology too much? When I look at his guide, it makes me feel like I've done something wrong. I'm in the 12 steps program, or I, cheated on my wife or something. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. So why the are you putting me in jail? I'm going to do this my way. So what I've done is, for me, I've retwisted my own Sabbath. And I'm doing it out of respect for my grandparents, of course. But the truth is, I'm doing it for my health. And I think there are things about my religion that I respect. So I'm remixing my own blend. So what do? I do light the candles to sort of commence this day off. That starts on Friday night. I do the prayer. That also starts on Friday night. Now, Saturday, I haven't worked towards completely disconnecting with my phone yet. I stop social media. I log out of Instagram. It just requires discipline. You can do it. You don't need to take it to such extremes, but you got to log off the main stuff. Disconnect Gmail app, off social media. I have to have a phone to communicate. The crazy times with Corona and everything, you need to be available for emergencies. Now, what I will likely do in the coming weeks is probably get some type of a burner phone. So I have a very basic phone that I can use for calls and texts, but I am still not having to access, or I don't need to access WhatsApp or iMessage or any of the other features that are basically going to give me that dopamine craving to want to jump into some other app or social media platform. So that's a goal that I'm working towards. But for now, it's no email, it's no social media, no blogs or websites or news, no TV or movies, connecting with nature, writing, meditating, hanging out with friends, trying to listen to your body a little bit and give yourself that day off. The most important thing is not working. So even if you're not able to do everything that I'm saying or everything that Andrew's saying because it's crazy extreme, start with something small, make a list of all the things that you want to stop doing, and check each one off. Stop working, stop social media, stop emailing, stop drinking alcohol. It's basic. It's basic stuff. And what's gonna happen when you start doing that? You're gonna start sleeping better. You're gonna start eating better because you're gonna look good and you wanna feel good. So it sort of trickles down. You'll be able to achieve all these positive outcomes in your life by making small little tweaks and gradually working your way towards this, versus taking this hardline approach and it's like all or nothing or else, whatever. So in conclusion, these YouTube guys are smart. I like Andrew's stuff. I think he does know his shit and I think he's going to be very successful. But here's the thing, Andrew. Practice what you preach, right? Don't feel like you got to recycle something just because you got it from your favorite guru or therapist. We don't have to punish ourselves. Aren't we in enough punishment already in quarantine? We're literally in freaking prison. We are in our own prison. Why do we need to punish ourselves further? We can do incremental things to make and improve and optimize our mind, our body, our brain without having to take such extremes. Because you know what? I think that's dangerous what you're prescribing. You're going to make people lose their mind more. They're going to have feelings that they're not able to accomplish these ridiculous goals, and then they're going to think there's something wrong with them. So don't funnel me. Don't make me watch your shit for 45 minutes just to show me bullet points. And if you like this YouTube, make sure to subscribe. I try to do videos as much as possible. I post every day on TikTok. I appreciate the love, guys.